Do. As long as I don't have to read it. Let's read Homestuck. Okay. Oh, wow. Wait, there's Act 4. There's an Act 5. How long is Act 5? Okay, let's give it a crack. Let's read Homestuck Act 1, Part 1. How long is Act 5? Act 5 is like 6 acts on its own. Act 5 has no chill, ladies and gentlemen. Voxus. Welcome to the Let's Read of Homestuck, a series where we bring to life the experiences that is Andrew who says Homestuck. Time to find out what Homestuck is. Alright, let's do it. Thank you very much, Voxus, for reading this for us.
A young man stands at his bedroom. It just so
Oh god, why is it loading? Oh god, come on. Give me a break, YouTube.
A young man stands at his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April, is this young man's birthday. Though it was 13 years ago that he was given life, it is only today that he will be given a name. What will the name of this young man be? You choose to enter his name. Zeusmel Pooplord. Try again, smartass. John Egbert. Yes, let's go with that, shall we? John Egbert decides to examine his room. Your name is John. As was previously mentioned, it is your birthday. A number of cakes are scattered about your room. You have a variety of interests, but you have a passion for really terrible movies. You like to program computers, but you are not very good at it. You have a fondness for paranormal lore, and you are an aspiring amateur magician. You also like to play games sometimes. What will you do, John?
I know this
John
guy.
will quickly retrieve his arms from the drawer. Your arms are in your magic chest, Poop Lord.
He's from Act
Remove
1.
the cake from the magic chest for him. Out of sympathy for John's perceived lack of arms, you pick up the cake for him and put it on his bed. John quickly retrieves his arms from the magic chest. You receive your fake arms from the chest. You use these for hilarious antics. You capture log them in your Silodex, but you have no idea what that actually means, though. There are other items in the chest. Go on, John, look inside that chest. In here, you keep an array of humorous and mystical artifacts, each one a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled magician or a cunning prankster. You are neither of these things. Among the artifacts are 2 fake arms currently capture logged in your Silodex, 1 pair of trick handcuffs, 1 stunt sword, 1 magician's hat, 1 pair of Beagle Puss glasses, several smoke pellets, several blood capsules, and 1 copy of Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery, and 1 copy of Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Caveney. Some of this stuff may come in handy at a later point, but for now, you just decide to take the smoke pellets. You stow the smoke pellets on one of your capture log cards in your Silodex. You still aren't totally sure what that means, but at least you're starting to get a hang of the vernacular at least. You have 2 empty capture log cards remaining, and John tries to equip his fake arms. You aren't totally sure if equip is the verb copacetic with the abstract behavioural medium in which you dwell, but you give it a try anyway. Unfortunately, you cannot access the fake arms. Their card is underneath the one you just used to capture lock the smoke pellets. You will have to use the pellets first in order to access the arms, but this is probably unadvisable since you just make your room lousy with smoke. Your Silodex's fetch modus is currently dictated by the logic of a stack data structure. You are never all that great with data structures and you find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating. But with any hope, perhaps you will advance new, more practical fetch modi for your Silodex with a little more experience. John chooses to look at his Problem Sleuth poster. Is it even possible to get any more hard-boiled than that? You really doubt it. This poster was one of your wisest purchases. There is a nice spot on the wall next to it, and you've been meaning to hang another poster there soon. But there is a note on the drawer, and for now you should probably read it. Happy birthday, son. I am so proud of you. The note is rich with the aromas of fatherly aftershaves and colognes. Beside the note is a rolled up poster. Take the poster. Another birthday artifact. You wonder what is printed on the poster. You'll need some way to hang it on your wall. You should probably acquire some hammer and nails as they will come in handy. Especially for just such an occasion.
Don't hammer it!
You first place the hammer into your Silodex, but for now all of your capture log cards are full. You wonder what will happen if you try to take the nails. You guess it doesn't hurt to try. You capture log 4 nails into the top card and push all the artifacts down a card. The fake arms are pushed entirely out of the deck. Oh well, they're probably completely useless anyway, but you don't want to do that again unless you want to drop the smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. In any case, you feel like you have gathered enough things to get down some business and do some really important stuff. The next thing you do will probably be exceptionally meaningful. And suddenly it passes through his mind that he should squawk like an imbecile and shit on his desk. This is the dumbest idea you've had in weeks. Stupid, stupid, stupid! And yet, the polished surface of your desk, it beckons. Instead, you merge the top two cards, combining the nail with the hammer. The hammer and nails are now capture logged on the same card and can be used together. And now this places it in an ideal position to use it on the poster. You use the hammer and nails in conjunction with the card beneath it. Now you may nail the poster to your wall. You use the hammer, nails and poster on the blank space on the wall. Oh, it's glorious, exactly what you wanted. The old man really came through this time. But for now, John chooses to examine his Con Air poster. Put the bunny back in the box. I said, put the bunny back in the box.
Why is he watching that movie as a kid?
Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box?
So, let me get this straight.
Freeman's genteel homespun.
Shut. No. I didn't say skip. I said pause. He nailed the poster to the wall? Jesus, don't nail it to the wall. Use a blue tack or something. Oh my god. What the fuck is happening? I honestly have no idea what the hell is happening. Apparently everyone was as confused as I am. But what the fuck? Imagine having to read this in manga format. Good luck with that.
Morgan Freeman's genteel, homespun mannerisms were perfect qualities for a president residing over a crisis. Oceans rise, cities fall, and hope survives. Wow. Films about the impending apocalypse fascinate you, plus a black president? Now you've seen everything. After examining your calendar, you realise you've marked your birthday the 13th of April. Another day you marked was supposed to be the arrival date for the highly touted Suburb Beta launch. It's been 3 days already. It's starting to become a sore subject with you. But perhaps you should eat some cake. You are sick to death of cake. You've been eating it all day and you have no intention of clogging your Sylladex with it either. The cake stays put for now.
At least it's
you
not a
hear
lie.
a notice from your computer. Someone is messaging you. You pull up to your computer. This is where you spend most of your time.
Damn
You
straight.
decorated your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper which you made yourself. You're really proud of it. Your desktop is also listed with various programming project files. You are so bad at programming sometimes you wonder why you even bother with it. Your Pester Chum application is flashing. Someone is trying to get in touch with you. Only one of your chums is logged in. He sent you a message.
Hey, so, what sort of insane loot did you rake in today?
Got a little Monsters poster. It's so awesome. I'm gonna watch it again today. The apple juice scene is so funny.
Oh, hell, that's such a coincidence. I just found an unopened container of apple juice in my closet. It's like fucking Christmas up in here.
Okay, that's fine, but I have one question and then a word of caution. Have you seen a movie called Little Monsters starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage?
But the seal on the bottle is unbroken. Are you suggesting someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory?
All I'm saying is, don't you think Monster Howie Mandel has the power to do something as simple as reseal a bottle? Try using your brain, numbnuts.
Why did the fat kid, or whoever drank it, know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was nigh instantaneous.
It was the 15th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice.
Okay, I can accept that. Monster B-list celebrity douchebags are cunning and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face. But who cares about this? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get the beta yet?
No. Did you?
Man, I got 2 copies already. But I don't care, I'm not gonna play it or anything. The game sounds boring. Did you see how it got slammed in Game Bro?
Game Bro's a joke, and we both know it.
Yeah, why don't you go check your mail? Maybe it's there now.
You see the view of your yard from your window. Hanging from the tree is your tire swing. In a kid's yard, a tree without a tire swing is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he can hardly be considered a terribly proper gentleman at all. And there beside your driveway is your mailbox. The little red-armed swilly-dilly thing, or whatever it's called, is flipped up. What the hell is that thing called anyway? You do not have time for these semantics. The red flippy leather thing means that you have new mail, and that means that the beta might be here. You were about to hurry downstairs when you hear a car pull into the driveway. It looks like your dad has just returned from the grocery store and, oh, great, it looks like he's beating you to the mail. If you go downstairs to get it, he will likely monopolize hours of your time. You decide to chill out up here for a while until the dust settles. Sometimes you feel like you are trapped in this room, stuck, if you will, in a sense that possibly borders on the titular. And now your chum is pestering you again. The clockwork of friendship turns ceaselessly, operating the swing lever dealies of harassment in perpetuity. Whatever, the dude can just hold his damn horses. You know, you've put countless man-hours into this assortment of quality titles. But for now, you decide to consult with the Colonel's bottomless wisdom. Good grief, this thing is huge. You could kill a cat if you dropped it. But to really dig into this hefty book, you will have to capture log it. You are not really sure if you're ready to logjam your other artifacts beneath it just yet. Capture log fake arms again. What did you just say? You don't want to clog up your... Oh, Jesus. In a momentary lapse of concentration, you accidentally capture log the arms again. Looking towards your computer, you don't think the situation is quite dire enough to go all the way to rancorous, but you still feel the PesterChum client should reflect your mood change in some way. Bully will have to do, you guess. This, unsurprisingly, does nothing whatsoever. Oh, right, you forgot your chum is still pestering you.
Is it there? Please say yes. Maybe you can play with TT. She's been pestering me all day about it. She's macking on me so hard all the time I start to feel embarrassed for her. I mean, not that I can blame her or anything.
Yes, it's understandable because you're really attractive. I'm attracted to you.
Thank you.
JK, no, I don't have it yet. My dad has the mail. I guess I have to go get it and see if it's there. And I've been busy spending all afternoon shitting around with my stupid Silodex. It's so frustrating.
What's your modus?
What?
How do you retrieve artifacts from it?
Oh, like one at a time, I guess. And if I put too much in, something falls out.
Stack?
What is yours?
Hash map. My bro taught me a few tricks. He basically knows everything and is awesome.
What the hell is that?
You should probably brush up on your data structures.
I guess.
Did you at least allocate your strife specibus?
Nah.
It could free up a card for you, plus let you attack stuff whenever things get too hot to handle, which is never. What have you got?
Well, I got a hammer, but it's trapped under some arms.
Wow, you really suck at this, don't you? Just get rid of the arms and then allocate the hammer to the specibus.
How?
I don't know, just use the arms on any old thing and see if it works.
For whatever reason, you stick the fake arms in the cake on your bed. This definitely makes the cake at least 300% more hilarious. You're sure the Colonel Sassacre would know the precise index of the elevated hilarity. And now you check the back of your Strife Specibus for the kind abstratus that you have in mind for it. Your Strife Specibus has been allocated with the Hammer kind abstratus. The hammer has been moved from your capture log deck to your Strife deck.
Okay, I did it.
Hammer kind?
Yeah.
Okay, that will be the permanent allocation for your specibus. I guess I should have mentioned that. Hope you like hammers, dude.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I can't imagine it's going to be all that relevant.
Now that you finally have some space in your Silodex to work with, you figure you might as well start squandering it immediately. Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be way too heavy to carry around in any practical way. You guess maybe this is in one respect in which the cards present some convenience.
What in the
Game, bro.
fuck? I know, I haven't seen Little Monsters, and I'm just like watching this going, wait, is this why it's called Homestuck? It's the journeys of a kid that's homestuck? Huh. And he's the kid from Act 1. So his dad's the asshole that hunts everything. And I just realized my recording was disabled, so I'm going to have to manually record the Twitch stream for part 1. Is this why we don't have a real inventory system in real life? Probably. This is so random. When was this made? This is quite old, I would say. Alright, here we go. Act 1, Part 3.
Why the game of the year or whatever isn't as good as other stuff that I like better.
So, okay, Spurb is this game that a lot of cats seem hella pumped of, and this beta is sitting on my desk for review, so I'm like, yeah man, I'll write something. But I don't know. I'm like, so this is about houses or some noise? That's fine. I'm sure that's like fucking dynamite in a handbag for some brosives. But all I'm saying is, when do you get to thrash anything? While you're playing house or some shit, are you ever in jeopardy of getting mud on your doll's dress or whatever from busting out? And I quote, the mad stunts all wicked up ins? Know what I'm saying, bro yo ma? I didn't actually play this game, but I gave it 1.5 hats out of 5 hats to keep it real. At this point, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Dennis who was over the other day. We were gonna chill in front of the Dark Knight and he was so psyched of it, y'all. So, this one time, he was leaning against the screen door and the shit popped open, and the back deck was wet and he slipped down the steps and broke his thumb on the lawn. It wasn't a long fall, but hey, I guess a thumb bone wasn't made for supporting the brunt of a huge useless tool against wet grass. We never did watch The Dark Knight on account of Ron tucking his bawling candy-ass girth to the hospital, but it's cool. I still got another watch in me, Brotel Rwanda. Bro notes. Dennis was so wasted, haha, I mean, damn.
It might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily. After looking at the Magician's hat, you expend your final card on it. You would like to get the funny glasses too, but you don't have a free card in your Silodex. However, you are able to merge the Beaglepuss and the Magician's hat to create a clever disguise. John? Who is this John you speak of? You are quite certain there has never been, nor ever will be... Yeah, this is just a really, really shitty disguise. While you are wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it. After leaving your room, you exit into the hallway. On one wall, a picture hangs of a fella who sure looks like he knows how to have a laugh, a man after your own heart. You always thought that he looked a lot like Michael Cera, but your dad swears on the many hallowed tombs of Egypt that it is not. You're not sure about that though. On the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins, as he is quick to correct anyone who would venture to such a brazen assumption. After heading downstairs, the accursed odour of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be the connivings of your arch-nemesis Betty Crocker, and the rich, buttery aroma of her plot stinks into high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you imagined. You check out the shelves of fanciful harlequins. Ugh, look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad can sure be a real cornball. Sometimes at night, you just pray for burglars. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April or that it's not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire, and that's what a fireplace is for. A fire belongs in a fireplace, damn it! Categorically at all times without exception. As domestic myth of uncountable origin holds, a home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it, much as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon is an arrant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You're almost certain Mark Twain said that. Tossing the Game Bro into the fire, it doesn't actually burn anywhere near as quickly as you would hope. As you decide to fondly regard the cremation, you examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, an unabridged Colonel Sassacre's. He never wants to talk about it. After reaching for the urn, you clumsily mishandle it, and now ashes everywhere. In retrospect, upon mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a virtual certainty. You'd probably better clean it up before Dad finds it though. Whilst cleaning up, you come upon your father's pipe, in which you use it to beef up your clever disguise. Looking upon the large package in the room, you contemplate what could possibly be inside it.
Where did the cake come
and the thought
from?
of that is very exciting, but it also makes you a little nervous at the same time. Oh, hell no! With that out of the way, you first prop the Harlequin doll up on the couch. Having it in the middle of the room sprawled out all akimbo-like just struck you as unseemly. You capture log the ashes onto your available card. Carefully, you merge the sacred urn with the ashes. Most of the ashes back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, it would have been tidier if you just used a broom and a dustpan. Putting the urn back, no one will be the wiser. Except for maybe people with eyes. After getting just another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms, you pry them out of the cake and quickly capture log them. And also it looks like Pester Chum is acting up again. Well, it appears that another one of your chums is messaging you.
I understand you have recently come into the possession of the beta release of the Game of the Year, as featured in respectable periodicals such as Game Bro magazine.
That's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar. And you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever.
I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks.
Anyway, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm trying to get it from him, so BRB.
John,
What?
you're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You are typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous.
No, why would you even think that? That is so stupid.
Okay.
Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, I was wearing a silly disguise this entire time.
I know, John.
After heading back downstairs, you can
Wait,
now execute that
she
brilliant
skipped some
idea that you had.
text.
There should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. Oh, you don't care what Colonel Sassacre says, this makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. After finding a burnt page on the floor from the Game Bro magazine, you decide to inspect it. Provolone!
He's
You
gonna
decide to
start
put
a
this
house
back in the
fire.
fire where it belongs.
He's gonna burn the place
And
down.
while you're cleaning up, you may as well throw the present wrap in the fire. You think of capture logging the doll, but you can carry hefty items, but this thing is just way too big. Get real! Besides, you don't even want it. Looking upon Colonel Sassacre's text, you thought about consulting it to determine just how hilarious the doll is now. But this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget about it for now. Moving onwards, the door to the left leads into the kitchen, from which a smell of baking wafts, a powerful aroma which could lift even an especially portly hobo off of his feet. The door to the right leads to his study, where your dad spends a lot of his time. He could be in either room, so where will you go? After choosing to go into the study, John looks around. It doesn't look like your dad is in here right now. Looking upon your father's desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, the April issue of the Serious Jester magazine, and a stray capture log card. There is also a can of peanuts on the desk. Oh Dad, you won't be falling for that one again. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. You swap the magician's hat with a bowler hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny, but a whole lot more distinguished looking. Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he can rather be a piss-poor excuse for a roughneck, if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe, though. The first one tastes bad enough as it is. But how you suffer for your comedy. Hey, there's a capture log card on the desk. Yes, this will be perfect for expanding the space in your cellar. Ah! Out of frustration for the antics of the capture log card, John plays a haunting piano refrain.
What is this, Silent Hill? I mean, Resident Evil? Please, don't copyright strike me. I know this was put in 2009, but I have to talk over the music, because YouTube is being unreasonable. They claim basically everything. Why do they do this? Well, maybe that's why YouTube is dying. Is it dying, though? I don't know, they just keep pushing more and more ads to children that don't know how to use an ad blocker. But isn't it illegal to advertise to children? Yeah, they probably know this, but they also pretend not to notice. Cause like, you know, if a child creates a profile, then they can't make advertisements. But if a child doesn't create a profile, they could push child advertisements. Well, I talked over it.
Now John decides to play 52 card pickups, the prankster's favourite card game. Even though you are alone in the room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid! Look at this mess! The peanut gallery all over there is sure getting a kick out of...
What the hell? I didn't do that. It's already preloaded. What the hell's going on? What the hell? I thought it was preloaded. What's going on? YouTube!
Favorite card game, even though you are alone in the room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid! Look at this mess! The peanut gallery all over there is sure getting a kick out of it. You are allergic to their scorn. You go back into the living room and contemplate about checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into Dad's encounter. Your television is also currently airing a commercial. You exit the house. Hooray! After checking your mailbox, it is predictably empty. You have already been scooped by your father. The streets are empty. Winds skim the voids, keeping neighbours apart, as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed or say. A plundered mailbox, a familiar note is produced. It's the one desolation plays to keep its instrument in tune. It is your 13th birthday today, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is only the latest sleight of hand from the repertoire of an unseen Riddler. Wanted to engender a sense not of mirth, but of lack. His coarse schemes are those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It's a mystery dispersing altogether, like the moon's faint reflection, with even one pebble of inquiry dropped in its black well. It is the most diabolical riddle of all. Absent diminishes little passions and increases great ones, as wind extinguishes candles and fans of fire. Walt Whitman. Yes, you are certain Walt Whitman said that. 100% positive. You have a feeling that it's going to be a long day. But despite this, maybe you should leave a surprise for the mailman.
No.
Looking into your dad's car, the door is locked and your dad has the car keys. You peer in through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you do see a green package. There is also something underneath it that looks like a slip of paper. Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else that usually comes in the mail, like bills or coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take this stuff inside. You try to get a gander in through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems that your dad has been doing so much baking, the glass has steamed up. God, he is so weird. But you can see what's on the table just beside the window. It looks like the mail is there, and included among it is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, and an envelope that appears suspiciously labelled with the Suburb logo. Could it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked. Heading back inside, you decide to go into the kitchen. You have no other choice. You are going in. Clever disguise, it's time to work your magic.
No. Of course he has a pipe and no hands. Oh, he has hands. Another cake?
Your dad sees right through your costume. You don't even know what you are thinking with this foolish ruse. You unequip the clever disguise. Your dad wields a dreaded artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There is only one way to settle this.
Strife!
Oh wow, his dad baked him a cake and he's refusing? That's so mean.
You cannot abscond. This pesky guardian is blocking your path and you will need to engineer some sort of distraction. And he now brandishes yet another artifact of confection. This man is ruthless. You better brace for impact in the most comedically striking fashion possible. The Beagle Agus absorbs the brunt of the treat. It looks like Dad will enjoy the prankster's gambit on that exchange, as is usually the case. In retaliation, you take the pie tin and unequip the Beagle Puss. Everything in your Silodex is pushed back a card. The smoke pellets are ejected from the deck. Yes, this could be just the distraction you were. Oh. Well, nothing happens. What a huge letdown. But when two great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield. Oscar Wilde. Wise words by a man who likely could resist everything but temptation. The cake forces Colonel Sasuke's text out of your Silodex.
Sasuke, you beautiful bastard!
Now's your chance! Now that Dad is busy plactating the smoke detector, you can safely sneak away. You snag your dad's PDA, and maybe later you'll switch the background image to something hilarious as a prank. Besides, it may come in handy later. Your spare capture log card is forced out of the Silodex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have 5 cards to work with. Additionally, the red package is addressed to you, so you take it. And upon taking the envelope, you now have the Suburb Beta. You leave the kitchen and capture log the cake on the couch, expelling the pie tin from the bottom card. Furthermore, you merge the 2 cakes across all 5 cards. Everything in your Silodex is smushed between the cakes. Why don't you think these things through first?
Oh god.
You pause at the junction and head down the hall. You are going to need something to clean up the mess you are about to make by dissecting this cake. To the left is the bathroom, and to the right is your dad's room. It is locked, and you are forbidden from ever entering. He has secrets. You enter the bathroom. You can see the backyard from your window. The jewel in its crown is the swing set, which has provided you with years of joy. There is also a spring-mounted pogo ride, which has been responsible for more than one painful injury, and has provided you with years of lament. On the sink is your dad's razor. On the rack to the side is a fresh towel. You take the razor and use it to perform surgery on the cake. You take the towel and clean off the extracted goods. The items force the man-handled cake into the toilets. And just like that, your Silodex is full again.
Oh
God, this thing is annoying. After that mess, you choose to return to your bedroom. You're not usually into chick flicks, but Matthew McConaughey's cool charisma could salvage any heap of smouldering wreckage. This is your McConaughey wall, a casual shrine to an amazing actor. The film above that one is a lot better, you think. Can you see her? I want you to picture that little girl. Now imagine she's white. You got us, Matthew. Your smooth talking exposed our latent racism. Damn, you are good.
Hi, happy birthday, John. Hello? Okay, I will talk to you later.
Hey, Gigi's looking for you. Why are you even so popular all of a sudden? Is today some sort of special occasion or something? Did you do something to curry favor with the ladies? Did you break your leg on a puppy or some shit? Dude, what are you doing?
I discovered a comet is going to destroy the Earth. It was named after me. Now I'm famous and everyone wants to talk about me a lot.
No, stop. Just no. Don't talk about your awful stupid movies or make references to them. Your gross man-bro crush on Matt McConaughey is an unsavory thing to behold.
McConaughey?
Sounds like a noise a horse would make, i.e. dumb. Equally dumb are all those pictures of that clown you've got hanging up.
Those are my dad's.
I was talking about Nick Cage.
Oh, what? No, man. Cage is sweet. So sweet.
So lame. You don't even like him ironically or anything. This is like for real, isn't it?
I do things ironically sometimes. What about what I sent you on your birthday?
No, those are awesome.
What? No, they're stupid, which was a joke. The ironic joke, get it? Wait, you're actually wearing them, aren't you?
I'm wearing them ironically, because they're awesome. The fact that they're ironic makes them awesome, and vice versa. Are you taking notes on how to be cool? Jesus, get a fucking pen.
You do realize they touched Stiller's weird, sort of gaunt face at some point.
Ew, yeah. Oh well. Anyway, speaking of which, did you get the mail?
Yeah.
Did there happen to be a package there?
Yeah, there's a big red one.
You should probably open it.
I would, but it's trapped onto the Esper beta, so I will probably open it after I install the beta.
Oh man, the beta came?
Yeah, wanna play it?
No way.
Why not?
It sounds so hells of boring, just get TT to play it. She's all about that.
Where'd she go?
Her internet is blinking in and out, I guess. Probably be back online soon. Oh, and Christ in a sidecar. Are you still using the stack modus? Seriously, dude. You need to bone up on your data structures. That shit is just ridiculous.
Okay, I will.
You decide to space out in front of the computer for a while before doing anything important. You open the Thypeus web browser and direct it to what is indisputably the most amazing website ever created. The new adventure is okay, but you are not sure if you like it as much as the last one. You decide it's time for less meta and more beta. You insert the CD and install the Suburb beta.
What the fuck is this?
You go to your closet where you keep a lot of the clothes and an array of handy computer programming guides. Data Structure for Assholes by Buckminster Funny Uncle. Your ignorance just made me throw up a little. Now get a clue, you computer illiterate piece of shit. Free fetch modus in the back. You're not really sure if you really want to dig into this huge tome. It looks really boring and kind of onery. Maybe you'll just check out that free modus instead. You turn to the back of the inside cover where a free fetch modus is included in the plastic sleeve. This one is dictated by the logic of a queue data structure, operating on a first in, first out method rather than a first in, last out method of stack. Items capture logged in your Sylladex are no longer immediately accessible. You can only use the item on the bottom card and must wait for the items on the upper cards to be pushed back to it. For instance, the red package is now inaccessible. You can only use the razor at the moment. This modus doesn't strike you as a significant upgrade to your previous one. In fact, it almost seems more inconvenient. You figure you might as well give it a chance though. You try switching back to stack modus, but you suddenly wonder if this is even possible. You don't even remember if you ever had a physical card for the stack modus. You find this all to be a little abstract and you prefer not to think about it too much.
But put it down?
You're not quite sure if you understand. You capture log one of the cakes. You finally found a use for all these loitering pastries. Dead weight! After picking up the second cake, it causes your razor to launch out the front of your Sylladex. Oh good lord. That beautiful face. You wish the razor would have failed to launch. You decide to get more stuff from your magic chest and open it and capture like one of your favourite books of all time. Wise Guy by Mike Caveney. And there goes the fresh towel. You take the trick handcuffs, expelling the PDA like a bullet.
Oh god damn it.
You examine the package. It is from one of your internet chums. It's bound in packing tape though, and you'll need something sharp to open it. Ah, of course, the razor. It's all so simple. You wonder why you didn't... You pick up the package again and... Yeah, let's take this from the top. You take 3 glass shards in quick succession and duck for cover. Your Sylladex rains devastation on your room from above. And now that your cards are packed with glass, you probably don't want to do that anytime again soon. Also, you should probably go and get that stuff before you forget about it. You use the razor to open the package and there is something suspicious inside. Something suspiciously smelly and dirty. It is a stuffed bunny, much like the one held hostage briefly by Malkovich Cyrus the Virus while taunting hard luck protagonist Cameron Poe. And strikingly similar to the one scooped up from the soot of a burning Vegas city strip by Cage Poe and offered to his daughter. A gesture symbolic of a tattered exterior surrounding a heart of gold. Poe wasn't much to look at, but he was a good man. But no, it is not merely like that bunny. According to the note of authenticity, it is the very same bunny. This is so awesome. Looking at your computer, it looks like it's trying to get your attention.
It looks like you managed to retrieve the beta. Excellent. I'm going to try to connect.
Well, okay, but I just got the most awesome present.
The rabbit?
So sweet!
I've heard tales of this wretched creature often. Its Homeric legend is practically ensconced in the fold of my personal mythology by now.
What?
Why don't we focus on the matter at hand?
Oh, the game! Okay. I don't really know how this works. What am I even looking at here?
You are running the client application. I am running the server, so I am the host user. I have established a connection with you. This is sufficient for us to play the game.
Okay then.
Why don't we get started?
My god, she's like, how much mature, older is she than him? Significantly. Jesus. I feel sorry for her. I would, like, oh my god, is this what she has to deal with? Or is John just an idiot? I have no idea. They're all 13? Then Jesus Christ. I guess girls are so much more mature than guys at that age. No wonder they think we're idiots. What the hell? What the hell? What is happening? What?
Whoa, what are you doing?
Sorry, I'm just getting a feel for the controls.
Is my magic chest on the roof now?
Yes. I will try and be more careful next time.
You find your missing stack fetch modus and quickly reapply it to your Silodex. You can now opt for either the stack or the queue modus at any time. You toggle between your fetch modi with gleeful abandon. It looks like your dad is leaving again for more baking supplies. You're relieved to have the house to yourself
Where's the
again,
cake and
if only
PDA?
for a few minutes. You just hope he doesn't notice the magic chest on the roof. Or all the shit you threw out the window, for that matter.
Hey, do you think you could do me a favor? Can you grab all that stuff outside my broken window and bring it in for me?
I'll give it a shot.
Thanks.
No luck. It appears to be out of range. I'm guessing it is too far away from you, the player.
Oh.
In an attempt to rectify the situation, you try to select John. But you cannot select a player. John abjures the meddlesome cursor.
Put the bunny back in the box.
This is what the hell? This is trippy.
Crux, extruder, totem, lathe, alchemister. You don't know what the heck this thing is, but it sure looks neat.
It seems expanding the dimensions of your room cost us some build grist, but deploying the lathe did not appear to incur any expense. It looks like certain objects are freebies, probably to help you set up the game.
Wow, okay. What do they do?
I think it's up to you to find out. All I can do is drop stuff in your house and move it around, apparently.
How do I move stuff around? It sounds fun.
I don't think you can as the client. You will need to install the server application. You should have received both in separate envelopes. I am running both on my computer right now.
What?
Did you get another envelope in the mail?
No.
Once you install the server and establish a connection, I'm sure you will be able to manipulate my environment in the same manner. Are you sure you didn't get it?
Ah, man. I think I might know where it is.
Now that your room is bigger, why don't you move to the far corner? It will extend the reach of the cursor and I can reach the items. Which you threw out the window for some reason?
Good idea.
What have you been doing in here all afternoon anyway?
I was fussing with my retarded Silodex. But I think I have it under control now. What modus do you use?
I like to use trees.
Oh no, that sounds so awkward.
It's not exceptionally practical, but I think they are elegant.
After doing as instructed, Rose kindly retrieves the PDA and Wise Guy.
Sure, let's just summon
Why
demons.
is the floor shaking? Are you dropping more stuff in my house?
Yes, 2 more large gizmos.
Okay, sweet. What is with all these big contraptions?
If I had to guess, they appear to facilitate a sort of system involving punch card-based alchemy.
Huh. To what end? I mean, what are we supposed to be doing
Oh
in this
god,
game?
this is how
That
Doom
remains to be
happened.
seen. Maybe you should go investigate.
You decide to grab the PDA, switching back to stack modus so it is readily available. The interface is oddly sterile. No hilarious clown wallpapers or anything of the like. Oops, you mean Harlequin wallpapers. The serious business application is open. It seems your dad uses it to keep tabs on various acquaintances. His fellow street performers, maybe? You guess all those performing arts must have been pretty serious business after all.
Serious business. Grey Slack 66 at 1721. Need counsel on removing coffee from necktie. Incident occurred 45 seconds ago. Beverage essences rapidly settling into fabric. Too busy for this at 1722. Please elaborate on incident. Grey Slack 66 at 1722. Was posturing unevenly to reach for hat on wall hook. Tip of tie slipped in open mouth of pot. Duration of dunk approximately 3 seconds. Office Urchin 1280 at 1723. Photographic documentation of incident. Well-pressed attire at 1723. Use ballpoint pen to roll up tip of cloth. Extract pen. Press rolled cloth against ceramic surface, e.g. restroom sink. In future, consider repositioning hat hook and or coffee pot. Grey Slacks 66 at 1724. Decided to return home for fresh tie. Soiled tie will be laundered immediately upon return. The following matters have been submitted in a frank and forthright manner for Pipefan 413's judicious appraisal.
You install Pester Chum on your PDA. This should be useful. Now you can keep tabs on all of your chums while you wander around the house.
Hey, I'm out on the balcony now. I am messaging from my dad's PDA.
The one you threw into the yard.
Nah, I'm telling you. I jumped out of my Silodex like a frightened weasel.
What were you doing with it in the first place? I am not sensing a lot of regard for the personal property of others. Is this how your pent-up frustration with your father manifests itself?
What? No! Those were all accidents! Please take your psychobabblery elsewhere, miss.
Your bathroom is a mess. Did you do that too?
Man, see, this isn't
We'll
cool.
have a coffee break after
All this
this.
snooping nonsense.
There's a cake in the toilet.
Yes, there is.
I'm tempted to clean it up for you.
Okay, if that will satisfy your weird OCD complex, then go ahead.
My obsessive-compulsive disorder complex. Can a disorder also be a complex?
In your case, probably.
Sounds complicated.
Is this
Anyway,
Kingdom Hearts music?
I am going to have a look at this enormous platformy thing you put on the balcony.
That's a portal to
You
Doom.
examine the alchemitor in a cautious manner. You have no idea what to do with this thing. You can't actually find any controls for it. Having exhausted all other possibilities, you decide to just stand on it. This isn't very cautious of you, actually.
No,
You
it's
turn
not.
around and look through your telescope. It is a clear, sunny day with nothing out of the ordinary to report. At least nothing beyond the walls of your own home.
Whoops.
Whoops, what? What was that noise? Is this something I should go investigate?
No, I have it under control. You can keep playing with your telescope.
Ugh.
I think I can patch it up. Just give me a little space. Why don't you go have a look at the crux extruder?
The what?
The thing I put in your living room.
You jump down into the utility room. After doing so, you take the sledgehammer and the capture log card, combine the two and quickly apply it to your Strife Specibus. You think it's really cool that things don't always have to be such a federal fucking issue. Ha! It looks like another one of your chums is pestering you on your PDA.
John, did you get my package?
Oh, hey! No, not yet.
Darn, are you sure? It was in a green box.
Oh, yes, but it is in my dad's car, and he's still out at the store. He should be back soon.
Great, so what are you up to today?
I am up to my neck in the stupid spurb stuff. TT is making a royal mess of my house.
Lol, what's Spurb?
Oh, it's this game. It's okay, I guess. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Whoa, what was that?
What was what?
There was a loud noise outside my house. It sounded like an explosion.
Wow, really?
I will go outside and look.
Oh man. Alright, but be careful, okay?
I will.
Might as well check out the... Oh, hell no. You put this thing in front of the door?
There's a door there?
Yeah?
I didn't see it. I just thought it would fit nicely into that groove.
You mean you thought it was elegant? Okay, well, what do I do with this thing? Hello? What are you doing up there now?
Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
You examine the wheel on the crux extruder. When you turn the wheel, something seems to be pushing up from underneath the lid, but you aren't strong enough to make the lid come off. On the tub's journey to the driveway, the connection is interrupted.
You can see me, right? Tell me, what is wrong with this picture?
Sorry, I keep losing the wireless signal. Must be the weather. I would look for a stronger signal in another part of the house, but I'd rather not risk an encounter with my mother. I battled through her cloud of gin and derision once already this evening.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yes, cake, gestures, unfaltering love and support. Quite a road to hoe there. Though, I suppose I'm complicit for not informing social services about your situation.
I know. What about going outside? Maybe you could catch the neighbor signal.
That presents the same problem. Also, it's raining, remember? And dark.
It's dark already?
Yes, the sun has already had its way with us here on the East Coast. Its lurid glare has moved on to younger time zones.
Okay.
John decides that he may have better use of his time trying to hit the crux extruder with his sledgehammer.
Need some help?
Oh god. What?
What is this thing? And what is that clock counting down to?
I've been looking at the GameFAQ walkthroughs to figure some of this stuff out. Hold while I read further.
Okay.
All of these walkthroughs are extremely short. None progress much further than this point.
Weird. Well, I mean, it is a new game.
True. Now that the lid is off, you will need to extrude some cruxite.
As a result, you extrude one cruxite dowel.
I feel like we should be hurrying. That countdown is making me nervous. John? Oh, your PDA is trapped onto the cruxite now, isn't it? Anyway, it looks like you're going to need this card too.
After picking up the card, a shard of glass is expelled from the deck and maims the Harlequin doll. You decide to take 2 fanciful Harlequins. The additional useless freight pushes your PDA to the last card. Then you switch the Q modus so you can access the PDA. More glass shrapnel flies from the deck.
This thing keeps following me around. I think it's trying to talk to me or something.
That is
Wait.
probably the kernel sprite. It apparently needs to be prototyped. Twice, actually. Whatever the hell that means. Whatever the hell that means. These walkthroughs are horrendously written.
Well, you are the one with the cursor, so just do whatever
That's from
you
that
think is the right
game on
thing
the
to do.
Sega.
Also, fix my bathroom.
What? What? Why? Ah? What? What?
I still can't understand this thing's gobbledygook.
That was only Tier 1 prototyping. There is still another tier to the prototyping process, which for all we know, merely advances this entity through increasingly esoteric states of linguistics.
The clock is ticking. We don't have time for this asinine tomfoolery.
This unmitigated poppycock?
Extravagant hogwash! Okay, stop. Stop typing whatever silly thing you're typing. I'm going upstairs to that big platformy thing.
The alchemitor.
Huh?
Try to learn the lingo.
You try to use the pre-punched card with the alchemitor, but there is no slot for a card anywhere to be found on the alchemitor. The kernel sprite followed you upstairs. Acquiring a cruxite dowel seems to have populated the Athenium with one item, a perfectly generic object. You snatch the telescope from its tripod. Who knows, it might be useful, but more importantly, it pushes the cruxite to the last card, making it available for tinkering. The PDA is predictably jettisoned into the yard, over the neighbour's fence. You place the cruxite dowel on the alchemitor's small pedestal. But wait, something is happening. You set the alchemeter to cast 3 perfectly generic objects for some reason, expending a total of 6 units of build grist. These things look completely useless, what a waste. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice there's something in the sky. You switch back to your stack modus and get a closer look with your telescope. Whatever it is, the kernel sprite seems to be particularly agitated about it. You're no astronomer, but its trajectory looks suspiciously head-on with your current perspective. This is a troubling development. You also high-five the kernel sprite. You figure you've left him hanging long enough. You think about ingesting a unit of build grist. It is tempting because they strongly resemble Rockin' Blue Raspberry Gushers. However, the units of build grist are a gaming abstraction and do not seem to exist on the physical plane. There is apparently no crisis so imminent that will deter you from contemplating the most idiotic and frivolous of actions.
Your dad is getting home. John, what did you do with your PDA this time? I'm working on the bathroom, but we are running low on build grist.
Yeah, there's no toilet now. Well, he can't get through the door. God, I identify with the dad so
Returning
much.
to your room, you find that 2 chums have been trying to message you.
I'm working on the bathroom, but we are running low on build grist.
Oh man, who cares about the bathroom? Now there's a meteor heading for my house.
I see. Do you suppose it has anything to do with the game?
I don't know, maybe. What do I do?
I think it's very likely. The walkthroughs vaguely suggest an impending threat before they end. The already poorly constructed sentences become even more curt and ambiguous, as if written hastily and with a sense of alarm. Actually, their dedication to updating the walkthrough under such circumstances is admirable.
Wow, fascinating.
If the meteor is a game construct, I think the only thing to do is to proceed, and try and solve the dilemma on the game's terms. Try using the lathe. It says you can use the card on it, but isn't more specific than that.
Okay, I'll do that.
Really, it is a labor to read this drivel. If I read any more, my brain will need to be spoon-fed from a jar, while it blows spit bubbles in a high chair. I think I will write my own walkthrough. That is, after we make sure you don't die.
I heard you got the box. I hope you appreciate my heroic fatherly perseverance in getting it to you. In my rough and tumble, dirty, wife-beaterly sort of way. Also, I hope you appreciate how many no-talent douches had their mitts on that bunny before you. It's like a grubby baton in some huge douchebag marathon. Hey, where are you?
Oh man, the bunny was awesome. But I don't have time to talk. I'm playing Spurb, and it's kind of a nightmare. TT is breaking everything in my house.
Dude, I told you to steer clear of that game. And for that matter, you should probably wash your hands of flighty broads and their snarky horseshit altogether.
And now there's a meteor coming, and I'm not even joking about that. It's like a big asteroid or comet or something in the sky heading right for my house!
Oh man, how big is it?
I don't know. Big, I guess. I gotta go. We'll talk later if I'm still alive and the Earth isn't blown up.
Like the size of Texas, or just Rhode Island? They're always throwing around these geographical comparisons to give us a sense of scale like it really means anything to us. But it's like, it doesn't matter. It's always just like, wow, that's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming, sir. Oh yeah? How big is it? It's the size of Texas, sir. Oh shit! Or, how big is it? It's the size of New York City, sir. Oh shit! Sir, I'm afraid the comet is the size of your mom's dick. Oh snap! Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Yeah? Well, it's that big, sir. That sounds pretty big. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. The Earth is literally under siege by planet fucking Jupiter. Oh shit! Anyway, later.
You slip a pre-punched card into a slot on the totem lathe. Above, the tool arm deploys a configuration of chisels. Now you just need something to lathe. Cursing your lack of foresight, you return to the balcony for the cruxite dowel you left on the pedestal. You navigate the hallway leery of your dad, who is presently puzzling over the new fixture in his
How did he get
hallway.
inside?
The perfect crime. You retrieve the cruxite dowel. Dad just shrugs and heads back downstairs, presumably to do more baking. If only he knew you were hard at work saving his ass. Moving on, you clamp the cruxite into the lathe. The lathe then carves one totem. You take said totem.
Alright, I used the lathe to make this blue shapey thing. Now I guess I take it back to the alchemixer again? Hello?
Wait, so she's still online. Damn it. Wow, that only took a minute? No, wait, 2 minutes. No, that talk was way longer than that.
A young lady stands in her bedroom. Due to a violent storm, her house has just lost power, along with her wireless internet connection. This has severed her link to a popular video game she was playing with a young man at a critical moment. That young man is relying on this young lady to re-establish a connection somehow. This young lady named... It's on the tip of your tongue. What was the name of this young lady again? Flighty Broad! No, that wasn't it. Rose Lalonde. Ah, yes, that'll do. Your name is Rose. As was previously mentioned, you are without electricity, although your laptop computer still functions on battery power. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for rather obscure literature. You enjoy creative writings and are somewhat secretive about it. You have a fondness for the bestially strange and fictitious, and sometimes dabble in psychoanalysis.
She likes Cthulhu.
You also like to knit. Your room is a bit of a mess, and on occasion, if just the right one strikes your fancy, you like to play video games with your friends. What will you do? Retrieve the arms from the purple box. The purple package's contents are private. No one is allowed to look inside.
Oh god.
Writhe like a flagellum and puke on your bed. The thought alone makes you sick to your stomach. Then how about you stroke your writing journal and mutter, "My precious." You would only resort to such an embarrassing activity while no one was watching. These journals are for your eyes only. You capture log the violin, storing it in the root card of your Silodex. Furthermore, you choose to play a haunting refrain on your violin.
Well, she's a big Boss fan. Look at the guy with the eye patch and a gun. And Cthulhu. Why not?
You waste approximately 40 seconds playing the violin while your friend is in peril. Nice time management skills there, sweetheart. Since your good-for-nothing friend is obviously not going to bail you out in time, you issue words of parting fondness to dear sweet Liv. Oh, if only Affleck could have been the one to make the final sacrifice instead of her stubborn, blue-collar, salt-of-the-earth father. Then she would fall into your arms for consolation, and you would be the one to make the deceased Bruce Willis proud. Rose chooses to pick up her knitting bag. It occupies the left leaf card under the violin, per the tree modus's alphabetical sorting method. K less than V. Your panoramic window offers a view of your yard below, and the mausoleum housing your dead cat, Jaspers, who died when you were young. Your mum had the structure erected with the spirit of a scornful irony in response to your youthfully innocent request to hold a funeral for the animal. At least this is how you have come to interpret the gesture in retrospect. You can also make out a silhouette for a laboratory next door, a facility which likely broadcasts a strong wireless internet signal. You may be able to connect to the signal from a different part of the house, perhaps if you seek higher ground. You take your laptop and prepare to make the journey through the house. L less than V, L more than K. This causes the tree to be unbalanced, so your Silodex auto-balances itself. Now the laptop occupies the root card, while the other two items comprise the leaves. K less than L, V more than L.
4 minutes. 4 minutes.
You examine a book on your desk. The Grimoire for Summoning the Zoologically Dubious. This book is absolutely indispensable for enthusiasts of your ilk, of which there are very few.
Clearly.
You take the Grimoire. G less than L, G less than K. You leave your bedroom. Hanging just next to your door in the hallway is a painting of an exquisite wizard. Your mother collects these awful things ironically. She must know how much you detest them, and there is no doubt in your mind she stores these dreadful things in the house to bother you. Down the hall to the right is the way to the observatory. Perhaps you will be able to connect from up there. Your mother's room is also in that direction. You will have to watch your step. You tiptoe to the observatory. You also approach a juncture in the hallway. Beyond that juncture is the observatory. This door leads up to the observatory. You haven't ventured up there in quite some time. The door opens to an exterior walkway leading to the observatory entrance. You've seen less inclement weather before. Oh, the things you'll do to help out a friend. You first put your laptop down on the floor to get it situated, but removing it from the root card causes all the branches and leaves to be severed. Your items are dumped unceremoniously on the floor. You're in a hurry, sure, but that doesn't mean you can't take a moment to peek through the huge telescope. You find a gap in the clouds. It seems a flurry of smaller meteoroids is streaking steadily overhead. You're not sure what this means, but it is somewhat disconcerting. You stack the laptop on the grimoire to increase the maximum elevation. You'll need every advantage you can get. There are several signals.
Oh
being
my god, I
broadcasted
remember
from the
game facts.
laboratory, each one of relatively decent strength. One of them is mysteriously and quite conveniently unsecured, requiring no password. You select the signal and reconnect to the game with John.
I'm back.
Hurry up and open my door! Not that it even matters, I think I'm probably dead no matter what!
Patience. You still haven't used the new totem.
Huh?
I believe it will create the item on the punch card.
So what is it, like an apple or something? What good will that do?
We'll see. I found no evidence that anyone has successfully created the item. And the content of the card appears to be variable from session to session. In one instance, it was described as an eggy lockin' thicket.
Do we have enough of these building jewels to make it?
According to the Athenium, it is a free item. This speaks of its importance, in my view. Now off you go.
Well, there goes the rest of your build, Grist. Also, you probably should have just done this in the first place. You take the totem to the alchemitor, but you've got to get those stupid blocks out the way first. The Colonel Sprite is getting awfully worked up about all this. You store the perfectly generic objects in your Fernalia registry, potentially to be deployed at a later time.
This makes me want to play that games called City Skylines and just build a town. That's what I'm feeling like doing now. What the hell? Does he throw the apple at the thing? What happens? Oh, he's dead. Cool, as you do.
Years in the future, but
I don't know what I think. I'm just confused. Are we in a computer game that's playing a game? What the f... Welcome to the club? This is weird. Can we take a 2-minute break? What the fuck? I need more coffee to make sense of this. I'm just... The further we got into it, the more confused I became. In the beginning, I thought it was just like a kid that was, you know, stuck at home and using his imagination to play and have fun. And then they started playing a game which was changing the world. Then it got really weird. At least it didn't come out in 2019. Otherwise, they'd be playing Fortnite. Oh my god. Yeah, like, oh my god. I can't believe this is... When you guys said this is a Homestuck webcomic, I thought it was something that was made in the last year or two. I had no idea this was made back in 2009. So what, the creator started this world back 11 years ago? Jesus. So this thing has been around forever. And so what, Hiveswap 1 and 2 is basically a follow-up from Homestuck. And that little sequence here, I don't know if you guys have ever played a game called City Skylines. You create like worlds and stuff. Wait, what the hell? No, I said previous. I wanted to show you guys.
You place the...
This thing here, where was it? Load the image. It made me want to play that game because you build towns and stuff. I remember playing it once like ages ago. It's just addictive building shit like this. Come on. It's not like this... Yeah, there you go. See what I mean? Like building streets and stuff. I don't know if you guys have ever played that. And what? It was 4 minutes, but that was like 10 minutes. Or you could say it was 400 seconds, but it doesn't make any sense. What the hell? What the hell? What? Wait, Hiveswap is a prequel? Oh my god, that makes even less sense. A tuna would also be confused by the antics of this webcomic. Hussy is just that powerful. Who would win in a fight, Hussy or a tuna? Hussy. Who the fuck is Hussy? Oh, Hussy is the creator of the comic. Fair enough.